El presente perfecto indicativo is a tense in Spanish, okay, and is actually a tense, is a past tense, okay, even though it is called el presente perfecto, it's a past tense, but it's a past tense that refers to actions or conditions or events that happen very recently that are very related to the present. How do we conjugate the present perfect of the indicative? Okay, first let's look at some examples. Okay, we have the sentences: he olvidado las llaves en el auto. Okay, ayer olvidé las llaves en el auto. Okay, so both sentences are in the past tense, but there's a difference. Why should we use the present perfect instead of the preterite as in the second sentence? Okay, when we say he olvidado las llaves en el auto, okay, it could be that that action happened maybe 2 minutes ago, maybe an hour ago. We cannot say. But when we say ayer olvidé las llaves en el auto, we're talking about a specific time in the past. The second two sentences are very similar. He pensado en renunciar a mi trabajo. Pensé renunciar a mi trabajo. Okay, both sentences are in the past tense, but there's a difference. In the first sentence, we're using the present perfect, and it is implied that we are still thinking about quitting our job. Okay, maybe it is still a possibility. In the second sentence, it is implied that we thought about it, but we are not planning on acting on it. Okay, we thought about it, but we dismissed the thought. In the first sentence, it is implied that yes, I have thought about that, and probably I'm still thinking about it right now. Okay, nunca he estado en España. Okay, I have never been in Spain. I have never been in Spain since I was a little girl till the past, from the past tense all the way to the present. Okay, I have never been in Spain. Nunca he estado en España. Estuve en España el verano pasado. It's a preterite. It's the past tense too, but it's a specific time. I was in Spain last summer. Okay? How do we conjugate the present perfect? El presente perfecto del indicativo. Okay, we use an auxiliary verb, the verb haber, okay, and we use a past participle. Remember we studied the past participle as an adjective? Well, here it works as a verb, so it is a little bit different, and we're going to talk about that. How do we conjugate it? Okay, you conjugate it as you conjugate any verb in the present tense. Yo he, tú has, él ha, nosotros hemos, vosotros habéis, ellos o ellas, ustedes han. And we conjugate the first verb, the auxiliary verb, that way, but the past participle stays the same. It doesn't change. He escrito, has escrito, ha escrito, etc. So it doesn't matter who is the person, the past participle doesn't change. It's the same. As you can see in this example, he archivado, has archivado, ha archivado, nosotros hemos archivado. It doesn't matter who is speaking. It doesn't change. It has nothing to do with agreement with number or gender, because it is not functioning, it is not working as an adjective. It is a verb, so it doesn't change. You use the same past participle every time. One thing that does changes in Spanish is the order of the words. For example, in English, you can say, okay, I have already eaten breakfast, and that is correct. You put already between have and eaten, and that's correct. And you can say, I have eaten breakfast already, and that is correct. Okay, in Spanish, you can say, yo ya he desayunado, and it's correct. Or yo he desayunado ya, and it's correct. But you cannot separate the auxiliary verb from the past participle. You cannot say something like, yo he ya desayunado. That is incorrect. You cannot separate the auxiliary verb from the past participle. You can do it in English, but you cannot do it in Spanish. Okay, there's also the same rule with pronouns and with negative words like no, okay, or nunca. They are always before the verb haber, before the auxiliary. They are never between the auxiliary and the past participle, like in these examples. No la he preparado, la has grabado. You're using in the first sentence a negative and a pronoun, and you're using in the second sentence, which is a question, to a pronoun, okay? And they are never put between the auxiliary verb and the past participle. They are always before. There's another expression in Spanish that is very similar to the present perfect of the indicative, and that is acabar de, accompanied by the infinitive. Okay, acabar de, like yo acabo de leer el libro. I just finished reading the book. Okay, nosotros acabamos de ver la videoconferencia. We just finished watching the video conference. Acaban de borrar el archivo. They just finished deleting the file. Okay, you conjugate the present of acabar and followed by the infinitive, and the meaning is very similar to the present perfect. You're talking about something that just happened. So this is sort of a way of using the same tense in a different form, just like we use ir and the infinitive to talk in the future tense, but it's not exactly the future tense. The same here with the present perfect and the expression acabar de and the infinitive. Okay, now we have a very short practice. Okay, let's say we have this sentence. María a escribir libros en francés. Now we're going to use here the present perfect because we have the auxiliary verb haber. Okay, how would you write escribir? How would you conjugate escribir? Well, we know that the present perfect, you conjugate haber and you use the past participle for the second verb. So María ha, okay, ha okay, escrito. Okay, escrito. María ha escrito libros en francés. María ha escrito libros en francés. Now, what about the second sentence? María lee libros. Escribir en francés. Now, in this case, we are not using the present perfect. We're using the past participle as an adjective. So how would you write escribir? Okay, well, okay. Since escribir here is an adjective, it would be escritos. Okay, escritos. Okay. Escritos. María lee libros escritos en francés y escritos describe libros. And you know that it is functioning as an adjective because it is in the masculine, which libros is masculine, but it's also in the plural. Okay? Okay, now we have a very short practice. Okay, let's say we have this sentence. María a escribir libros en francés. Now we're going to use here the present perfect because we have the auxiliary verb haber. Okay, how would you write escribir? How would you conjugate escribir? Well, we know that the present perfect, you conjugate haber and you use the past participle for the second verb. So María ha, okay, ha okay, escrito. Okay, escrito. María ha escrito libros en francés. María ha escrito libros en francés. Now, what about the second sentence? María lee libros. Escribir en francés. Now, in this case, we are not using the present perfect. We're using the past participle as an adjective. So how would you write escribir? Okay, well, okay. Since escribir here is an adjective, it would be escritos. Okay, escritos. Okay. Escritos. María lee libros escritos en francés y escritos describe libros. And you know that it is functioning as an adjective because it is in the masculine, which libros is masculine, but it's also in the plural. Okay?